How is it going, everyone? The game releases don't stop, and you might not be aware that there is a major collection of one of the most iconic franchises of all time in Tomb Raider. Yes, Tomb Raider 1 through 3, the originals, will be remastered in an all-new collection, and it is coming out in just 2 days. I feel like the release of this has really crept up on us. It will be released at a budget price point of $29.99, and if you actually pre-order it right now, you can save 10% off for $27. Game is out February 14th, and it'll let you play the original 3 Tomb Raider adventures with all expansions and secret levels in a definitive collection. Now, truth be told, I am much more of a fan of the newer Tomb Raider games, going back to Tomb Raider 2013. I feel like those games took the franchise to a new level, but I know there's a lot of nostalgia attached to Tomb Raider and these classic titles, and there's definitely a reason to go back and check these out, especially with the remastered enhancements for an all-new audience. And they put out a post going over all of the updates, and I do want to go over that as far as what to expect out of Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 in this remastered collection, because the games will look much better and have some quality of life improvements. Now, first of all, this is being done by Aspyr as well as Crystal Dynamics. Aspyr and Lara go way back. A burgeoning video game company, Aspyr launched Tomb Raider 2 on Macintosh computers. Aspyr continued with the Tomb Raider franchise until 2003, launching Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider 3, Tomb Raider The Last Revelation, Tomb Raider Chronicles, and Tomb Raider The Angel of Darkness. We've always wanted to revisit these titles, but we've always debated the right approach. For years, we worked through the right balance of preservation and modernization, and once we felt we nailed it, we got in touch with our friends at Crystal Dynamics. Crystal Dynamics, obviously the studio that had created the more recent Tomb Raider titles, as Crystal Dynamics continues to expand the Tomb Raider franchise, and by the way, they are working on a brand new game. That one is still probably a ways away. I would expect sometime in 2025, but, you know, we don't know much about that game yet. The timing seemed perfect to reintroduce audiences to the games that started it all. We wanted to both honor the foundations of the franchise and make accessible to modern audiences the original games in all their glory. What would be the right balance of preservation and modernization, and what would it look like? We call it Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 Remastered, and we will be seeing the release of that on February 14th. So, some of the details. Remastered defined. Within pre-production, we divided the conversation into 3 buckets: engineering, gameplay, and art. With these categories in mind, we led our conversations in the same order. Engineering goal: performance with pixel-perfect preservation. At the outset, we knew we would use the original source code and engine. Magic can't simply be rebuilt. A critical feature for any updates we made was to allow the users to toggle back to the original look and feel for Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3. So if you really want the classic look, that option will be available for you. It's a love letter to all of our memories of these games, but it's also truly fascinating to see how far the hardware pushed in the 90s to make Tomb Raider work. Preserving that experience will continue to inspire engineers of today and tomorrow to push games to be more immersive and memorable. Gameplay goals: surprise and delight lifelong hardcore fans. We had a firm belief that the gameplay of Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 is timeless, and with our use of the existing source code, we had every jump, secret, enemy, and puzzle exactly as the original development team designed and intended. So the conversation evolved into, how do we surprise and delight these fans? And that's where we started brainstorming additions instead of revisions. Classic and modern control options will be included. For our modern controller setting, we take inspiration from the Legend, Anniversary, and Underworld era of Tomb Raider. These changes are felt mostly in the way Lara moves. The right stick has full camera control, and Lara moves directionally based on camera position. Just like the approach to graphical presentation, the original tank-style controls are still available to players via a menu toggle. You've got boss health bars. One of Tomb Raider's strengths was the minimal user interface. However, this can be frustrating for tougher bosses with massive amounts of health. We added a health bar to let you know if you should swap to the grenade launcher or if you should keep soaking pistol damage. You've got 3D item sprites replacements. While the menus in Tomb Raider use 3D models for the health kit and ammo, the in-game assets were flat 2D sprites. This was a legacy compromise that we've adjusted to give a little bit more oomph to the pickup items. You've got over 200 trophies in the game as well. This is a big moment for the Tomb Raider community, so we made sure to pack in as much content as possible. We're excited to say that there are over 200 trophies to earn, and on top of that, you do have a photo mode if you want to take advantage of that and take some sights in. I mean, the photo mode, generally speaking, is attached to bigger games and games that for a modern audience are very visually impressive, but why not have it in some throwback games? You can still capture some pretty cool moments. Exploring environments in Tomb Raider is magical. We want you to be able to share these environments and iconic moments, so we've added a robust photo mode to pose Lara, freeze gameplay, toggle between classic and modern graphics, and showcase these environments. We're super excited to see what the community puts together with these modes, and they also note a few more surprises. So much of what we love about Tomb Raider is discovery, and we don't want to spoil that, so expect some surprises along the way. And they note art goal visuals in your memory. Once we finalized the engineering and gameplay intent, it was time to move on to our biggest challenge and changes for the project, the art. Our philosophy here was rather straightforward. We want the games to look the way they did in your mind. We knew we were on the right track in our early playtests because some playtesters didn't even know what they were playing with the modern art toggled on. We've worked hand in hand with the Crystal Dynamics on the following modern art updates. So these are the changes made as far as art. Baked in real-time lighting effects, these changes add the immersion and mood of the environment. Graphics toggle at any point during gameplay, and in photo mode you can swap between the original and modern graphics. New models, environments, and enemies. As shown in our initial reveal, we've added new models for a consistent modern look and feel. We're excited to showcase how these PlayStation 1 environments would look with modern technologies and tools. New model for Lara Croft. Her original outfits are stunning, her silhouette iconic, and need I say more. Additional updates, we love the classic look of the animation textures and VFX. We've made adjustments in the modern scheme to look content with the updated models for a polished final look. So those are all of the changes being implemented with the remaster, and obviously they did note there are a couple of secret changes and updates, so be on the lookout for those. And remember, you get to play the original 3 Tomb Raider adventures for the first time ever. Play the complete experience with all expansions. That includes Tomb Raider 1 and Unfinished Business, Tomb Raider 2 and Golden Mask, Tomb Raider 3, and The Lost Artifact. The game is priced at $27 if you do pre-order the game, and $30 will be its regular price going forward. So relatively good in price point. You're talking about spending $9 to $10 for a copy of the game. I don't see that being too much at all. If you do want a PC copy and you want it a little bit cheaper, our friends at Green Man Gaming do have a discounted 24% off for $23. I will leave a link in the description box below if you do want to pick it up there. Obviously, for those of you buying on PC, system requirements you're not going to have to worry about at all. If you have remotely, I don't even want to say modern PC. You could have a PC from a decade and a half ago, and chances are you're going to be able to run Tomb Raider 1 through 3 remastered. But very much well priced, and I think it's gonna be something where the price point here shines again. We've seen that a lot in games recently with titles such as Palworld and Helldivers 2 doing very well, and I don't know if those games, Palworld probably would have done really well, but I don't know if those games would have done as well if they were priced at, let's say, $50 or $60, but you had Helldivers 2 at $40, you had Palworld at $27 during the pre-order and initial launch period, and Tomb Raider 1 through 3, once again, $27 will be $30 after that initial period, but I think there's gonna be something worthwhile to check out, especially, again, I think for most people, you're checking this out from a nostalgia standpoint and seeing these games refined for a modern audience. That'll be cool to go back and check out. A lot of games coming out, so for some of you guys, I do assume that this is going to be a game to pile onto the wait for a sale category, but let us know your excitement level for Tomb Raider 1 through 3 Remastered, 1 through all of the updates and changes. So thank you for watching. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.